Cody Rhodes just exposed Seth Rollins as the biggest fraud in WWE history, and the confrontation that followed will make you question everything you thought you knew about both men. What happened during their Crown Jewel face-off wasn't just a heated exchange, it was a nuclear detonation of buried resentment that revealed the ugly truth about WWE's backstage politics and fake friendships. You think Seth Rollins is the Monday Night Messiah who cares about WWE's future? Think again. Cody Rhodes just obliterated that carefully crafted image by exposing Rollins as a jealous, manipulative snake who's been working behind the scenes to sabotage other wrestlers' careers while pretending to be their mentor and friend. The fiery face-off everyone's talking about started when Cody called out Seth for being a hypocrite who preaches about helping younger talent while actively destroying their opportunities. The accusations that flew between these two men are so shocking and personal that WWE's damage control team is working overtime to contain the fallout. This wasn't just another pre-match confrontation, this was years of suppressed animosity finally exploding into the open. Sources backstage are telling me that Cody and Seth have hated each other for months, and their Crown Jewel showdown was the perfect storm that unleashed all their buried venom. But here's what will make your blood boil: the confrontation revealed that Seth Rollins has been secretly lobbying WWE management against Cody Rhodes since his return. While pretending to welcome him back publicly, Seth was apparently working overtime to limit Cody's opportunities and keep him away from main event scenarios. The leaked footage from their backstage encounter shows Cody destroying Seth with accusations so brutal and specific that they can only come from intimate knowledge of Rollins' backstage manipulation tactics. Rhodes didn't just attack Seth's character, he systematically dismantled his entire public persona. Seth's response was even more vicious, revealing shocking details about Cody's AEW departure and suggesting that Rhodes crawled back to WWE as a failure who couldn't cut it as a main event star anywhere else. The personal attacks were so intense that security had to intervene multiple times. The most disgusting revelation from their confrontation involved Seth allegedly spreading rumors about Cody's work ethic and attitude to undermine his credibility with management. While playing the supportive veteran publicly, Rollins was apparently poisoning the well behind closed doors. WWE executives' reaction to this confrontation reveals everything wrong with their corporate culture. Instead of addressing the serious allegations being thrown around, they're reportedly thrilled about the organic heat and already planning ways to exploit this real animosity for storyline purposes. The psychological evaluation of both men's behavior during this confrontation shows two performers pushed to their absolute breaking points by the pressure of WWE's toxic political environment. Their hatred for each other has become so consuming that it's affecting their mental health and professional judgment. But here's the part that will make you absolutely furious: multiple sources confirm that Seth Rollins has been running a campaign of sabotage against multiple wrestlers, not just Cody Rhodes. His Messiah character isn't just a gimmick, it's a reflection of his real-life God complex and need to control everyone around him. The confrontation escalated when Cody accused Seth of being WWE's corporate lapdog who will say or do anything to maintain his position, including betraying fellow wrestlers and spreading malicious gossip to protect his own interests. The accuracy of these accusations apparently hit Seth where it hurts most. Hospital medical staff who treated both men after their confrontation report that the physical altercation was more intense than initially reported, with both wrestlers showing signs of genuine combat rather than worked confrontation. This wasn't performance art, this was real violence between bitter enemies. The timing of this confrontation is particularly calculated and disgusting. It comes just as Cody was gaining momentum and fan support, suggesting that Seth orchestrated the public clash to damage Rhodes' reputation and derail his career trajectory at the worst possible moment. Internal WWE communications allegedly show Seth Rollins actively campaigning against Cody's championship opportunities while publicly supporting him in interviews and social media. The level of duplicity and backstabbing is so extreme that it's making other wrestlers question everything they thought they knew about Rollins. The most shocking aspect of their confrontation involves allegations that Seth has been secretly recording private conversations with other wrestlers to use as blackmail material. Cody's accusations paint a picture of Rollins as a paranoid manipulator who treats his colleagues like chess pieces in his political games. Legal experts are suggesting that some of the accusations exchanged during this confrontation could constitute defamation if they're proven false, but the specificity and detail suggest both men have receipts to back up their claims. This could get very ugly very quickly. The fan reaction to leaked footage of their confrontation has been explosive, with many longtime Seth Rollins supporters expressing shock and disgust at the allegations about his backstage behavior. Social media is flooded with demands for WWE to investigate the claims being made. Behind the scenes, multiple wrestlers are reportedly coming forward with their own stories about Seth Rollins' manipulative behavior, creating a domino effect that could completely destroy his reputation and standing within the company. The floodgates have officially opened. The most heartbreaking revelation involves young wrestlers who trusted Seth as a mentor, only to discover he was actively working against their interests while pretending to help them. Multiple rising stars are now questioning every piece of advice and support they received from someone they thought was in their corner. Corporate insiders describe panic in WWE's executive offices as they try to manage the fallout from allegations that go far beyond typical wrestling storyline material. The accusations being thrown around involve real workplace harassment and career sabotage that could have legal implications. The psychological warfare aspect of Seth's alleged behavior is particularly disturbing. Sources describe a pattern of building trust with fellow wrestlers only to use their vulnerabilities and secrets against them when it serves his purposes. This level of manipulation goes far beyond normal backstage politics. Former WWE employees are speaking out about similar incidents involving Seth Rollins throughout his career, describing a pattern of behavior that spans years and involves systematic undermining of colleagues who pose threats to his position. The evidence is piling up. The international wrestling community is expressing shock at the level of toxicity apparently present in WWE's locker room, with many promoters suggesting that Seth Rollins would never be welcome in their organizations based on the allegations being made about his character and professional conduct. Medical professionals reviewing footage of the confrontation are expressing concern about both wrestlers' mental states and their fitness to continue performing at the level their positions require. The stress and animosity are clearly taking a toll that goes beyond normal competitive pressure. The most disgusting aspect of WWE's response has been their immediate focus on how to monetize this real animosity rather than addressing the serious workplace issues being raised. They're treating allegations of harassment and sabotage as creative opportunities. Security reports from the incident allegedly describe both wrestlers as being completely out of control and requiring physical restraint to prevent serious injury. The confrontation was so intense that multiple witnesses needed counseling afterward. The precedent being set here is absolutely terrifying for every WWE performer. If Seth Rollins can systematically destroy careers through manipulation and political maneuvering without consequences, what hope do other wrestlers have for fair treatment and advancement based on merit? Training facility staff report that the tension between Cody and Seth has made the performance center atmosphere toxic and uncomfortable, with other wrestlers afraid to train when both men are present. Their feud is affecting the entire developmental system. The most shocking revelation involves allegations that Seth Rollins has been feeding information to wrestling journalists to plant negative stories about wrestlers he considers threats. His influence apparently extends far beyond WWE's internal politics into public perception management. Corporate communications allegedly show WWE executives more concerned about protecting Seth Rollins' image than investigating the serious allegations being made against him. The company's priorities are completely backwards when it comes to performer welfare and workplace safety. Industry veterans are calling this confrontation a watershed moment that exposes everything wrong with modern WWE's political culture, where backstage manipulation matters more than talent or work ethic. The company has created a system where sociopaths can thrive. The ripple effects of this confrontation are already being felt throughout the wrestling industry, with other promotions quietly investigating their own locker room dynamics to prevent similar toxic situations from developing. WWE's dysfunction is becoming a cautionary tale. Financial analysts are predicting that the allegations surrounding Seth Rollins could significantly impact his marketability and earning potential, as sponsors and partners typically avoid association with controversial figures. His brand may be permanently damaged. The most infuriating part of this situation is watching WWE try to spin serious allegations of workplace harassment and career sabotage as entertainment content. They're literally profiting off toxic behavior that would get people fired in any normal workplace. Legal documents related to the incident allegedly show both wrestlers considering their options regarding the serious accusations that were exchanged. The line between wrestling storyline and actual workplace harassment has been completely obliterated. The wrestling world is witnessing the complete destruction of Seth Rollins' carefully crafted public image, and the revelations keep getting worse. Every new detail that emerges paints a picture of a manipulative, vindictive performer who will stop at nothing to maintain his position. Former tag team partners and allies of Seth Rollins are reportedly distancing themselves as more details emerge about his alleged backstage behavior. The support system he built through years of political maneuvering is crumbling rapidly. The international wrestling media is already calling this confrontation the end of an era for Seth Rollins, suggesting that his reputation may never recover from the detailed allegations about his character and professional conduct. His legacy is in complete ruins. As more wrestlers come forward with their own stories about Seth Rollins' toxic behavior, one thing is becoming crystal clear: this confrontation with Cody Rhodes was just the beginning of a reckoning that will expose years of manipulation, sabotage, and workplace toxicity that WWE desperately wants to keep buried. The truth is finally coming to light, and it's uglier than anyone imagined.